Dear students, today we are going to learn how to find the asymptotes for the given curve which are not parallel in nature. We already learnt how to find the asymptotes which are parallel to the coordinate axis. In this video, my class I am explaining about finding all the asymptotes for the given curve which are parallel or oblique in nature. Here in this, I am taking one example. Through the example, I am explaining all the steps and it will be easy for you to understand. So first, you please try to understand the asymptote. It is called as an horizontal asymptote because it is parallel to the coordinate axis x. And this asymptote is called as a vertical asymptote because it is parallel to the axis y and it is perpendicular to the axis x. And if you observe this asymptote, if you draw a asymptote which is neither parallel to the x-axis nor parallel to the y-axis, then these asymptotes are considered as oblique asymptotes. So the first step for finding the oblique asymptote is like this. Let f of x comma y equals to 0 be the given equation of nth degree representing the given curve. So here we are taking a equation of the curve which is in the form of f of x comma y equals to 0. So for better understanding, I am taking one example. Through the example, I am explaining how to find asymptote for the curve. So in my example, I have taken one equation of the curve like this: f of x comma y equals to y cube minus x square y plus 2y square plus 4y plus 1 equals to 0. Here the highest degree of the terms of the equation is 3. Therefore, the degree of the equation here we consider it as 3. This is the first step. Suppose if the RHS is not equal to 0 in the given equation of the curve, bring all the terms which are there in the RHS to the LHS and make equation RHS equal to 0. The second step is write the given equation in the form of Vn minus 1, Vn minus 2 and the last term will be V naught equals to 0. Here, by equating the same degree terms of the equation to 0. For better understanding, I am taking this example which I have taken the equation in the previous. The same equation I am taking. Now here y cube minus x square y I grouped together because the degree of the terms of the equation is 3 and here I am representing it as V3. The next term is 2y square. This I grouped as 1 because the degree of the term of the equation here is 2. Please see the power. 4y, again here the degree of the power is 1 and last term there is no x and y term, it is considered as a constant. So here the given equation is written in the form of V3 plus V2 plus V1 plus V naught equals to 0. This is the second step we have to follow to identify the asymptotes which are not parallel to the coordinate axis. And in the third step, put x equals to 1 and y equals to m in Vn, Vn minus 1, Vn minus 2 and V naught and represent them as phi n of m, phi n minus 1 of m, phi n minus 2 of m and last term will be the phi naught of m in the given equation. In our example, the n value is equals to 3, so it goes like this. Put x equals to 1 and y equals to m. The first term of the equation y cube will going to become m cube. X square y becomes 1 square m plus 2y square is nothing but 2m square plus 4m plus 1 equals to 0. Here this V3 is represented as phi 3 of m and V2 is represented as phi 2 of m and V1 is represented as phi 1 of m and the last term V0 is represented as phi 0 of m. In the fourth step, solve the equation phi n of m equals to 0 to get the slope phi of the asymptotes. So in order to get the equation of the asymptote, it is always in the form of a straight line. The equation of straight line y equals to mx plus c. So we need the slope theta. So in our example, consider the phi 3 of m equals to 0. The value of phi 3 of m is nothing but m cube minus m equals to 0. Take m common. M into m square minus 1 equals to 0. solve this equation and find the values of m. Since the degree of this phi 3 of m is 3, so we need to get the 3 values for m. After solving this m into m square minus 1 equals to 0, we get the roots of m as 0 plus or minus 1. So in general, we say that the roots or the values of the m are 0, plus 1, minus 1. This is the fourth step we have to follow. In the fifth step, what happens? Please observe the values of m. If the non-repeated values of m, we have to find the value of c by using the formula c equals to minus phi n minus 1 of m divided by phi n dash of m. Here we have to take, in our example, if you observe here minus phi n minus 1 of m, here in our example the value of n is 3. So phi n minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. Therefore the value of c equals to minus phi 2 of m divided by phi 3 dash of m is, we have to differentiate the phi 3 m value one time. If you differentiate the phi 3 m value one time, since the value is m cube minus m, differential value of phi 3 of m is 3m square minus 1. Here the general formula for the given equation of the curve is c equals to minus 2m square, this is the value of minus phi 2 of m, divided by 3m square minus 1. This is nothing but phi 3 dash of m. If we observe the roots or the values of m, they are distinct, they are not repeated. Now let us take, now we need to find the value of c for each value of m and write asymptote in the form of y equals to mx plus c. So in the example what we have taken, the values of m are 0, 1 and plus 1 and minus 1. All these values are distinct. Now we need to find the value for the first value of m. We need to find the value c for the first value of m. C equals to minus 2m square divided by 3m square minus 1. For m equals to 0, the value of c is equals to 0. Therefore, the asymptote is, it should be in the form of y equals to mx plus c. Substitute the value of m equals to 0, c equals to 0, y equals to 0. This is the first asymptote we got for the value of m equals to 0. In the same way, for the value of m equals to plus 1, substitute in the value of c equals to minus 2m square minus divided by 3m square minus 1. Again the value will be minus 2 divided by 2. We are getting the value of c equals to minus 1. For the value of m equals to plus 1 and the value of c equals to minus 1, the asymptote y equals to mx plus c is in the form of y equals to x minus 1. Or if you bring all the terms to the LHS, y minus x plus 1 is equals to 0. Similarly, we are finding out the value of c for m equals to minus 1. For the value of m equals to minus 1, substitute again the value c equals to minus 2m square divided by 3m square minus 1. Substitute m equals to minus 1. This is again in the form of minus 2 divided by 2, c equals to 1. Simple arithmetic calculation. Here, for the value of m equals to minus 1 and c equals to minus 1, we got the asymptote y equals to mx plus c is y equals to minus x minus 1. Substitute the value of m equals to minus 1, c equals to minus 1 in y equals to mx plus c. We get the equation y equals to minus x minus 1. Or bring this RHS term to the LHS, make RHS equals to 0, y plus x plus 1 is equals to 0. So for 3 values of m, we got 3 values of c. For 3 values of m and for 3 values of c, we got the 3 asymptotes. So for the given equation of the curve, in our example, since the degree is 3, we got 3 asymptotes. They are y equals to 0, y minus x plus 1 equals to 0, y plus x plus 1 equals to 0. And all the 3 asymptotes are nothing but, they are the total asymptotes we got for the given curve. Yes, this y equals to 0 is the asymptote, may be parallel to the coordinate axis. Other 2 asymptotes are not parallel to the coordinate axis. So the total number of asymptotes are 3 and the degree of the equation in our example is 3. Please remember that the total number of asymptotes never exceed the degree of the equation. And in my next class I am explaining about how to find the asymptotes if the values of m are repeated. I hope you have understood about how how to find all the asymptotes of the given curve if the values of m are non-repeated. Thank you, dear friends. Now I am stopping my